Southwest Airlines Seating Saga Part 2. If you didn't see Part 1, go see Part 1. Before I left from Hartford, I did get my second flight rebooked because by now we are now 2 hours delayed and I was going to miss my connection. But here's the thing. They rebooked me on a flight at 2 p.m. It was 1:55, and there were 2 other flights earlier in the day. I think there were 2 other flights that were earlier that I could have gotten on. One that I know of that I could have gotten on. I literally, my gate, when I got to Phoenix, my gate was the very next gate. But the problem was they were rebooking everybody after a freaking storm that they didn't allow anybody to, oh no, you can't change your flights for the 27th. Anyway, they tell me that my flight's going to be at 2 p.m. So I go to get onto the plane. Again, the same freaking drama. I'm in boarding group 2. I'm in the second row. My suitcase ends up halfway down the other end of the plane. Why? Because everybody was dropping their airbags off at the not airbags, suitcases. I'm tired. Leave me alone. They were all dropping their suitcases off at the very front of the plane and then going to the seats in the back of the plane. What? What is wrong with you people? So then when I go to get off the plane, I'm on the second row, and you know how like they do that. They make you want to go, you go out, everybody go, you go out. My bag was halfway down the plane, although I will say it was super nice. The flight attendant was, the staff, I will say this, for as horribly organized as this was, how horribly it went through all of the drama, the staff was wonderful. The people on my first plane, they were kind. The captain on the first plane, he came out to talk to us and reassure us, like that's never happened before. And I fly a lot. He was lovely. He was wonderful. He came out, was chatting with us about weather and snow, and he's from Colorado, blah, blah, blah. And that was great. And the staff on my second plane, fabulous. But they were even saying that they were telling us that there were patches done in the technology. Things weren't going well because it wasn't rolled out right. It was not practiced well. Things were changed last minute. Now here's the thing. You know what? Massive snowstorm covering the entire East Coast. So many airports shut down. I get that they all had, but you should have allowed people to move their flights from the 27th to earlier. You should have allowed for that, because then there would have been a lot less people trying to scramble last minute. There would have been less people being rebooked, less people already stressed out because they had already had their flights delayed from the 2 days before. You would have had a better situation with better results, and you should have practiced more, and you should not have had to do. You had plenty of warning. I booked my flight back in the fall. If you knew where people were sitting back then you should have been practicing how you were going to get people into those seats this entire time. It was not rolled out well. And here's the thing, I'm a Southwest cards holder. I've had this card for forever. It is our primary card. We only use that to pay our bills, and then we pay that down. My entire paycheck goes to that to pay it down every week. I use it religiously to get to the points. But with the amount of points it costs to fly now, and we also found out that all of these perks, there's all these perks if you're a card holder. My husband doesn't get any of the perks, not unless he's flying with me. He doesn't get any of them, even though he's on the card, he's half the card holder. He's a member. It affects his credit. He's not just a card holder. He shares the account, but he doesn't get any of the member perks because I'm the first one listed on the card. And if he doesn't fly with me, he gets nothing. If he flies with me, he gets everything. But if he doesn't fly with me, he's flying this weekend to go to a highlight tournament. He doesn't get anything. I couldn't get him the upgraded free seat. I couldn't get him 24 hours in advance. I can get him priority. He's 6'7". He needs the extra leg room. There is no ability other than paying almost an additional $100 per seat. There's no ability for somebody who's super tall to have that kind of an accommodation. I think you would want people who are tall to be in the emergency row. People who are strong enough to get the doors taken care of in an emergency. It should not cost him more to fly because he's taller. Anyway, I'm really second guessing whether or not I want to keep this account, and I'm second guessing whether or not I want to continue to fly exclusively Southwest. I've always loved them. I've always been an advocate for them. I've always fought for them. When the kids were little, I loved that they let the kids get onto the plane so that we could guarantee that the kids and families were sitting together. I loved that feeling. I loved how funny the people who worked on the flights were when it came to going to Disney, and all the kids would get all excited. I loved the humor that when they talk over the intercom. I have always loved them. But it's no longer a discount airline with great service. Now it's become just as expensive, if not more, and it's complicated and it's frustrating, and I don't know. I feel like they have no longer gone from being, let us earn your business to, oh, well, whatever, corporate greed. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I've been with them for a long time. I've flown exclusively Southwest for many, many years. Like, we're talking for my kid's entire life. And I'm really seriously thinking changing my card. I'm paying an annual fee, and I don't even get the drink coupons anymore. I know that sounds so stupid, but it's a something. And, you're paying an annual fee. Oh, but then you get the money back towards your flying. But that's complicated too. Everything has become too much, and I don't know. I'm thinking about switching over. But I'd love to hear your stories. I'm going to go look for some more because I should have taken video. I meant to take video. I was just so tired. And here's the thing. I also, I was supposed to land in Phoenix at 10 a.m. yesterday. I didn't land in Phoenix until 7 p.m. last night. I didn't get here to Tucson until 9. I didn't get to bed till midnight. I'm tired. I got no sleep the night before because my flight was at 5 a.m. And if they had just let me fly out on Friday or Saturday, a lot of this could have been avoided. I might have been less disgruntled. There you go.